Yeah.
All right, let me see.
It's like a real close-up. It says TV zoom lens, 8.5.
How about this?
That's
Push to
manual
focus.
and auto.
All right, fade,
Push to
backlight. See, it's been so long
I know.
time here. Now for camera record, now you got to push this back here, you know.
Sounds like it's going.
Okay.
There, okay, it's moving. I don't know if it's recording or not. I just shut the power. That's still going. Yeah, but it's still going.
How about those buttons? Shut them off.
There it goes. Okay. Okay. All right.
Right?
Yep. Okay.
Now, 228 West 22nd Place, or otherwise called Chinatown, is where 8 kids were born.
Okay, now it's going.
All right. Maybe you bumped it. Accident.
Okay.
Oh, it's going. I see it.
Yeah, it says index.
All right.
I hope we got that last stuff. Okay, so anyway, you were all born in this house.
We're all born here, with the
And-
exception that the top floor was the ground level. So then my father decided we needed the room, so he put the 2 bottom floors on, and then put the house on top.
And then, and just in case we missed it, this is the house that I'm looking at, that your mother came to, or your father came to originally.
The 2 cottages. There was nothing else here. Yeah. None of this stuff on this side was here.
You know what? The green light is on now, and I don't think the green light was on before.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it recorded.
Let me see if it's going.
I hear
the
it.
tape is going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, your father came here, and this was his uncle. His name was
Spala.
Spala.
Mr. and Mrs. Spala.
So he sponsored him.
Right.
And then your
Then he taught him how to make a living selling fruit and vegetables, because he was in that, doing that. Yeah. Now why don't you get over there where the Chinese building is? See at the end over there? China's on top of the building. In the corner, on your left side. No, way down.
Towards Wentworth, or
There's Wentworth. That building over there, Wentworth. At the northwest corner there.
Yeah.
See the top, the pagoda style top?
Uh-huh.
My father owned a 3-flat building next to it, to the west of it. Where that red building is now,
Uh-huh.
that wasn't there. Now evidently they bought the other one and knocked it down. So my father had about a building in the back and the front. In the front, the bottom was
So this was an
laundry.
investment. They never lived there.
No, but they collected rent from it.
Now what was, okay, so we're in Chinatown now.
Right.
What was on the main street in Wentworth where all these Chinese restaurants are?
There were Italian stores. There was Italian stores, and there was an undertaker over there. Okay.
Do you want me to stop, and do you want to go
Now why don't you pan around the back again?
of the,
Here, through the gangway.
okay.
I'll tell how my father bought a 2-flat wooden building for $1,200 from here. Come through here.
So we're looking right down the gangway.
Yeah, come on a little more. Now in the back, flat building.
Yeah.
So my father raised that up. They built a big brick garage.
And is that, he kept his horse and wagon in there, or was that?
Yeah, like 3 horses, 3 wagons. Awesome. It was a big ranch. Now that big buildings to the east of it there, that was there. This was a another Italian family here, the Betos.
Next door.
Yeah.
Do you want to,
Stop and we'll go in the back.
okay, so this building right here, this new building.
214. See the address?
Yeah. So
That wasn't there. Our building was there.
So we're just, to place us here, we're just down the street a little from where you were born.
Right.
And your father owned this building. Well, no, it was torn down, but at this site.
The building 214 is now, wasn't there. Our building was there. They knocked our building down. See, evidently there's two buildings there, you know?
Yeah. And they had a building in the back, too.
Right. Now, what happened, when they built that building, they dug way down, and my father's building was collapsing. Collapsing to the right. Yeah.
You want to walk back to the alley?
No, let's take the car back.
Okay.
I'll take mine.
Okay. I'll stop.
right.
Okay.
Stop by the church, okay?
So here,
Yeah.
just taking the street.
Show you the church where we were all baptized.
Now you were how old when you moved from here?
I was 8 years old,
So
but
you-
I continued to go to school over here.
And what school was it?
Sancta Maria in Coronata.
So the school was by the church?
Right, not right exactly here, but 5 blocks away. But every time we had a doings to go to church, we walked from school to here. Yeah. Still going, huh? All
Yeah.
right.
Well,
Battery's all right. Though.
Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna,
People's Hospital there.
we're kind of behind, in the alley behind the house. Okay.
And they had a post-mortem room here with a big picture window. And anytime they'd perform a post-mortem, people would stand here and watch them do it. So my older brother, I was with him. I must have been about 6 years old. He says, look, I want you to see this. Here was a big black fella. I had a post-mortem. And all his ribs, the bones were sticking out. And they were probing in there, looking to see what was what.
Okay, we're going down the alley.
Okay, you want to stop? No, keep going.
Okay.
Now these buildings on the left-hand side,
Yeah.
all the way to Wentworth, those are 3-story buildings, and those were 25 feet out. They were out more. They picked them all up and moved them back here. Now here where the edge of the buildings are, there were cemented brick walls about 6 feet tall. And every third apartment, there was an opening there for a gate. And those kids used to get on top and jump over the opening, all the way down the street. Luckily, nobody ever fell or got hurt. But what happened, they widened Cermak.
Okay, so now we're in the alley behind the house you were born.
Between Cermak and 22nd Place.
Okay, now, this is, wait, this is it, right? Is this the house? This is the back of it, I think. Can you get by?
That's, where's that at? See it there, Karen?
That one?
That one.
That
See
one.
it? Railing in.
Yeah.
That's it. Now, back part here, they must have knocked down. They built this big brick one, see?
Mm-hmm.
Because we had the garage underneath. And the upper structure was all wood. And I bet you that's still.
You want to go to the church?
Huh?
You want to go to the church? Okay. got it? This building wasn't this big, though. This is an addition, all this stuff.
Yep, you know. All right,
So
we
this,
can come back. We're in no hurry, are you?
no.
No.
So this,
But that fire station been there since I was here. Before it was, like I said, they had horses there pulling the fire. At the bottom of there used to be a drugstore.
right on the corner?
First street.
Uh-huh.
Now these stores weren't there then. You know, they were
These were Italian stores.
Italian stores, right?
So your mother would come and shop in
See
these
this
stores.
woman? That guy's been here since I was there. It's amazing.
Oh yeah?
I've been there since I was there.
Well, I guess we'll have to go back down around and... Okay, this is the street with the church.
That big building there, they had a big dry goods store there. That used to work. All the Italian people used to go there.
Which one?
Next to where those two guys are standing, on that section of the building, the dry goods store. Heard about their father, you know, being.
So the guy was in the mafia and he shook your father down for what? Do they, all the businessmen?
They want to, well, if they knew you had money, they called them the Black Hands. If they knew you had money, you had to pay them. Go this way and go to the church.
So how did your father get away with 500 when he wanted 5,000?
One of the guys in the gang was related to us, and he was madder than hell that they picked on my father. Look at this one. Not even looking. Yeah. Now, can you see the church from here, the steeple?
Oh yeah, okay.
That's where I was baptized. Made my communion. I married. No, I didn't marry. I graduated grammar school. And there was the doings there.
Wait, where did your parents get married? Did they get married over here?
Oh, St. John's. Want to go over and see that?
Where's that at?
It's at Clark Street and 18th. Just 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. But see, there's the pastor's house back there. And this was the church. Now, evidently, Chinese got this now.
Okay, I got that.
All right.
I got the church.
This was a cousin of mine owned that building and lived there, the Nico's. That Riccabini's kind of like.
We're on 26th Street on our way to 32nd and Princeton. So we just passed the block where your school was, but it's not there
I
anymore.
go there first, right?
Well, wherever, okay, we're on Princeton. Now, the funny thing is, I was surprised you said when you moved here it was Irish.
Not here.
No, but on...
But they were a lot of Irish here. Look at this guy. There, it's a hoodlum got that. See it?
Something's going on up there. All these flags.
Did you remember little Louis
Storino?
Storino?
Yeah.
sister-in-law's father used to have a store there. Petey, the other brother. He died. Petey died. Louis's brother died. And Catherine sees her. She works as a clerk at a grocery store. Not grocery, but now this is St. Jerome's here, see? Now every August 15th, evidently they're going to have one now. But in the backyard, I'll show you where Louis used to live. Now, St. Jerome's, the Croatians in the backyard, they'll cook lambs there. And then they cut the lamb and people buy it by the pound. Louis used to live there. That's where Josie died. Louis's wife.
This house on the corner.
That was, and Louis's brother lives in that house there with the logs there.
Did you go to church ever at St. Jerome's?
No, never went to church there, but I've been in their church. But I never attended mass there.
Now, did you go back to the church you were baptized at for church even when you moved to 32nd?
Oh yeah.
And the reason you moved here was because the Chinese started to move in
Right.
down there.
My father figured that we did better get on. Now, when we moved over here, this was all ours.
We're on Princeton.
This is 32nd. We live at 32, 30.
Now it's the green light's on. See if it'll just, this is where you grew up.
I'm 8 years old, so I got married 25 years. So 17 years after Catherine, I got married, and I moved out of here.
Santa Lucia. You went to school here?
Yeah. No, I didn't go here.
Oh, you didn't?
It's just
y que han sido reportados que toman Viagra con pastillas al corazón y les da un infarto fatal y mueren.